Okay, so let's see if this works. Sorry, the last one didn't. It just kept saying it wouldn't go live. So sorry about the last one. Good morning. Welcome to your gentle Sunday morning flow. And it's a gentle power up flow. So we are going to definitely do some things to get our energy going and work with some breath work. But I want to be easy with your bodies because I know we've been doing a lot of power yoga. And so we'll move a little bit differently today. All right, so let's get started. We're actually going to start lying down on your back. Just going to tilt this little guy down. So when you lie down on your back, just situate yourself with your feet flat on the floor. Let your feet be wider than your hips. Let your knees come together just for support. Arms are down by the side. Palms face up, shoulders completely relaxed. Start to take some deep breaths in and out. So we're just going to take these first few moments to land here. And if you feel like you're having to work in the lower half, just go ahead and let that go. Or move your feet so that it is more comfortable for you. Soften your eyelids, and as you're breathing, breathe in a way where you pull the air down into your belly. And when you exhale, allow your whole back body to just rest down into the floor so all the muscles release and let go of tension and tightness. Three more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. One more big breath in and out. Now let your feet walk closer together. Take your left leg and extend it long on the floor. Take your right knee and pull it into your body. So get a stretch on the right side. Move the leg around in its hip socket as well. Just kind of open up that space. And then let's circle the right ankle around a few times. And then circle it in the opposite direction. Flex the foot and then point through the top of the foot strongly. Do that a couple times. Just rolling through the ankle. Think of massaging the inner tendons with the joint, but with this movement. And then let's extend the arms up overhead. Palms are facing the ceiling, backs of the hands are on the floor. Take the right leg up long. Lift the right leg towards your body as much as you can. So just use your leg strength to get a stretch in the hamstring. You'll also feel your core fire up a bit, and that's good. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale it out. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, contract your low belly down into the floor. Really press your low back down, and then just lift your head and shoulders up off the floor for 5, 4, 3, straighten your right knee, 2, and 1. Let the head come down, let your right knee bend. Bring your left knee up to meet your right knee. Extend your right leg long on the floor. Extend your left leg up. Oh no, don't do that yet. Hug your left knee in. Skipping ahead. That just felt so good, I wanted to get to it quicker, yeah? So roll the leg around in its socket a bit. Your right leg is just relaxed on the ground, left knee is pulling in. And then circle your left ankle around. Circle it in the opposite direction. Kind of crunch up the toes, point and flex. Move through the ankle, massaging through the center of it, getting some heat building. And then take your arms up overhead, backs of the hands on the floor, palms face the ceiling. Extend your left leg long. Really pull the thigh bone towards you, starting to fire up your low belly while you're doing this. Your right leg can start to engage as well. The base leg can help to keep the body stable. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. On this exhale, really firm up the belly muscles, pull them down into the floor, feel your low back press down, and lift your shoulders up off the ground. Biceps stay by the ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1, let your upper body come down, bring your left knee and bend it, bring your right knee in. Both hands on the shins, pull the knees in super tight. Rock your body side to side, massaging your kidneys. And then draw a figure 8 on the ceiling so that you're getting into the meaty parts of your hips, your upper hip muscles. Then draw a circle in one direction. And then draw it in the other way. And then wrap yourself around, curl your chin up towards your chest and hold yourself in a tiny little ball. Pull your low belly muscles down into the floor, firm up your pelvic floor. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now extend everything as long as you can. Stretch out, arch your back, twist your wrists and your ankles around. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, settle. Now let's roll onto our bellies. So just turn your body over. Coming onto your bellies, let your toenails lie flat. Hands by your chest. Chin down into the floor, forehead down, stretching out the back of the neck. Draw your shoulders deep away from your ears. So really, like you're trying to push your elbow points to the back of the room. And then lift your heart up away from the floor, but keep your neck long. Try not to look up quite yet. Taking some breaths here, firming the tops of your feet down into the ground, starting to fire up your legs a bit. 1 more big breath in. And then lay it on down. Take an inhale breath. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift up again. Now this time let your feet lift up off the ground. Keep your hands rooted down into the floor. Chin is down so the neck is slightly long. Think of turning your inner thighs into, so almost as if you're trying to point your heels out to the right and to the left. You'll start to feel that booty kind of wake up. Push down into your hands, drag your elbows back and your shoulders away from your ears. 1 more big breath in. And then lay it all down as you exhale. Now reach your arms forward, palms face one another. Fire up your upper half, lifting it off, biceps by the ears. And then lower half, lifting it off. Hold steady and pull your limbs in opposition, almost like you were in like a sweet and gentle tug of war with your besties holding on to hands and feet. So nothing too terrible here, just a nice gentle tug. 1 more breath. Then plant your palms next to your chest. Tuck your toes up. Push yourself up onto plank on the knees. And then lift yourself to downward facing dog, hips up to the ceiling. Adjust yourself if you need to. Make your dog longer. Bend your knees, tip your tailbone way, way up. Shake out your head. Press your chest towards your thighs. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. 1 more big breath in. Full exhale out. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to bring them to your hands. And then once you're up there, separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab your elbows, drape your upper body down your legs. Be really nice and gentle with yourself as you make some small movements side to side. Stretching through the lower back body. Letting the head hang heavy so that the shoulders feel the stretch as well. And then let your hands go. Take an inhale and pull your chest forward to halfway lift. Flatten your back. Knees are still bent. Exhale, forward fold, soften it down. 2 more halfway lifts. Inhale, breath, pull away. Exhale, soften it down. 1 more breath. Inhale, pull away. And then exhale, soften it down. Root down through your strong legs, rise up to standing. Big breath in, reach. Hands to the heart center as you exhale. Step your feet together. Let your hands come down at your side. Palms facing forward. Shoulder blades are pulling together behind you. Crown of the head lifting tall. Stand firm under your feet. Feel the earth under there. And feel the space above your head. As if you are expanding up into that space, grow taller through the top of your head. Firm up your middle thighs, firm up your pelvic floor and low, low belly. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale it out. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. As they reach up to the ceiling, look up in between the hands and lean back. Just take a nice little gentle back bend. Push your hips forward. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down we go. Knees still softly bent. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Step back into plank pose. So the top of a push-up. Firm your hands down into the floor. So push the earth away. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull your low belly into spine vigorously. So feel all of that fire up. 2 more like that. Inhale, breath. Exhale, pull the belly in. 1 more, inhale, breath. And then this time, exhale, shift, pull the belly in as you lower down all the way to your tummy. Let your toenails lie flat, and then straighten your arms. Lift your chest up, but leave your hips sagging on the ground. Rock your hips side to side, just rolling through the front of the hip points. Allowing the shape of the bones and the weight of the body to stretch open through the abs and the obliques. And this is too much on your wrist, put a slight bend into your elbows so that you don't have so much pressure there. And also be careful to distribute the weight into the knuckles of the hands as well so that you don't just sit in your wrist, yeah? And then let's lift back up onto the knees, press yourself back, child's pose. Drop your head. Palms are suction cupped down into the earth, so the traction is opening up through the armpits. Raise your body up onto all fours. Take your right foot, step it inside your right hand, and then take your left knee and kind of kickstand it in a bit. So just, your left foot. So you're just gonna kickstand that in a bit, and then take your left arm up. Deep breaths. I know it's an awkward position, but we're just getting into the front of your left hip, as I'm sure that you have realized already. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Also waking up those ankles. 1 more big breath in. Exhale it out. Now bring your left hand down. Walk your body to the left just a bit. Pause here. Push your right knee away with your right inner thigh only. So just using the inner thigh muscle to lift the right knee away from the right shoulder. Now as slowly as you possibly can, we're gonna flex the left foot, turn up onto the inside of the left foot, plant it down. Right hand stays inside the right foot. You can move it closer if that helps. Left arm up to the ceiling, side angle pose. Deep breath in. As you exhale, turn your heart up and really puff up your left sideways. Inhale, breath. Exhale it out. 1 more. Then slowly bring your left hand down to the floor. Situate yourself onto your left toes. Take your right foot back to meet your left foot. Now you'll be in this really awkward plank position. Your hand should be too close. That's perfect. Spin to the outer edge of the left foot. Now you're on your left hand and outside edge of left foot, right arm up. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your right elbow, draw your shoulder blades into your back body. Inhale, stretch your arm long. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale, stretch it over. Exhale, draw it in. 1 more, inhale, stretch. And then exhale, draw it in. Now place your hand on the floor into a plank like you normally would, so shoulder distance. Shift the weight forward, breath full. Lower halfway down, breath out. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, breath. Exhale it out. Inhale. Full exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, travel to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, take a big breath. Forward fold, exhale it out. Root down through your strong legs, rise up to stand. Deep breath in, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Once again, allow your hands to come down by your side. Close down your eyes for just a moment. Start to feel the energy that you are creating in your body. You might feel it as a rush of heat. maybe tingling, just waking up. Start to tap into the energy in the palms of your hands. So even though we move gently, we are charging up our cells with this flow. So tap into that and hug all of your muscles into the bones so you can get the most out of this and generate the most flow to remove all the obstructions in our body. That's what our flow does. And then in turn, as we go through our day, the energetic obstructions in our life. One more big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up in between the hands, lean back, open up the chest. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down and in. Halfway lift, find length. Plank position, step your feet back. Once again, fire up your thighs, press into the floor, deep breath in. Exhale, pull the low belly to spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull the low belly in. One more, inhale. This time shift, pull the low belly in, lower down just halfway. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing, exhale, lift. Shift your weight forward. Coming onto your knees. Step your left foot inside your left hand. Kickstand your right foot in. Good. Now, take your right arm up to the ceiling. Deep breaths. The more you can bend into your left knee, the more you'll start to get into the groin. You can even let your left knee go past the toes here, because we're totally safe. We can use this range of motion to help build flexibility. So we're not jarring or jumping or doing anything crazy that would require the knee to stay back beyond behind the toes. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the ground. Step or come up onto your back toes, lift your knee. Step your right foot back to plank. Roll into side plank. Left arm up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, draw the elbow into the back body. Inhale, stretch the arm overhead. Exhale, draw it into the back body. Inhale, stretch it open. Exhale, draw it in. One more inhale and stretch. And then exhale, draw in. Situate the left hand under the shoulder. Shift the weight forward. Breath in. Lower halfway down and pause for 5, 4, 3, 2. Push the earth away on 1. Lift the hips up. Feel life starting to happen in the hands. Now step the left foot forward. We'll take that awkward side angle pose. Right arm up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. And then bring your right hand down to the ground. This time we're stepping to the top of the mat. Have an inhale breath as you lengthen your heart forward. And then exhale, soften it down. Root down to rise up. Big breath in, reach and stretch. Hands to the heart center as you exhale. Inhale, stretch back and up. Exhale, forward fold, drop it down and in. Halfway lift, find some length. Hands on the floor, low plank position, either hopping or stepping, but lowering right away. Upward facing, press into the toenails, lift the breastplate up. Back down to chaturanga. Push your heart away from the ground, plank pose, downward facing dog. Now mosey around in your down dog a bit. Now that your legs are getting a little warm, your arms are getting some heat, mosey around and just stretch through your side waist. Step your right foot forward, left heel down, warrior 2. Now you might notice that we're going to do things differently side to side today. And there is a method to the madness. Don't worry, all will come full circle, I promise. Arms are stretching out long, right knee is bending deeply. Reverse your warrior, big breath in. Hold for the exhale. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, start to straighten your right leg. Keep pulling your right fingertips back behind you, lengthening through your right side waist. Open up. Bring the body up straight, arms go long. Right hand down just below the knee, so a gentle triangle here. Open up the heart. Now don't go down very far because we are going to take a little bit of a core fire up. So what I want you to do is draw your bottom ribs in so you'll feel your upper body contract in. Take your left arm over your ear and then take your right arm parallel with your left arm. Hold steady. I put a slight bend into my right knee because my hamstring is tight. So if you want to put a slight bend, if you're feeling too much of a tug, do that. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Now bring your upper body upright, arms go straight, right knee bends. Inhale, lean back, reverse, arms are parallel. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, bring it up and lean back. Exhale, bring it up. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more, inhale. And then exhale, bring the right hand down inside the foot, left arm up over your ear. Pull through your left fingertips, stretching open through the left side. Knit that bottom rib down 1 more time as you open your chest to the ceiling. Look up. 2, 3, and 4. Bring the left hand down. Now you'll be in that funky, weird plank position again. I want you to turn up on your back toes. Walk your right foot over to the right. Now inhale your right arm up long. As you exhale, bring your right arm and tap the elbow down on the floor, inside your right foot, the top of your right hand on the back of your left hand. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, bring it back down, elbow down, hand down. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, bring it in. 1 more, inhale and stretch open. And then exhale, bring it in and tap. Hold here. Squeeze your right knee towards your right shoulder. 1 more big breath. Now take your right arm up and lean back like you mean it. Like really open up through everything. Even if you come out of the lunge a bit. There it was. I don't know if you heard that pop. That's what I was going for. 1 more big breath in. And then exhale your right hand down on the floor. Step back, plank, lift your hips, down dog. Raise your right leg up, bend your right knee and open it up towards the ceiling. As you're doing that, press your right shoulder down so you're squaring your upper half. And then lift your right knee even higher. Increase that angle from left leg to right knee. Straighten your right leg out. Deep breath in. As you exhale, try to keep your straight right leg from bending. As you close the hip down, use your low belly to pull the right foot forward. You'll raise up on your left toes, and then right foot lands in between the hands. Left heel stays hovering as you drape your upper body down over your right leg. Two more. One more big breath in and out. Now put a soft bend into your right knee, gaze forward. A little spring in your left step as you step to the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Piece fingers to the big toes. Pull the heart forward, inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your upper body down. Now hold this forward fold, and as you're doing it, tip your tailbone up as high as you can. Hollow out your low belly by using your breath as a way to kind of excavate it. So you take the air down into the belly, and then as you exhale, you scoop the belly muscles in and you hollow out and empty everything up under your rib cage. Two more like that, big breath in. Exhale. So if we want to power up, we have to get rid of the negative charges that we have in our body that we carry, whether it's our environment or whatever. So this is how we do it. Okay, one more big breath. And then exhale, hollow out underneath the ribs. Now release your grip from your feet. Take a halfway lift, find some length. Hold your halfway lift. Hands to your waist. Pull your shoulders into your back body. Soft bend into your left, or to both knees. Tip your tailbone up. Scoot your tail around side to side. That should feel good on the backs of the legs. And then lift your heart up. Oh yeah. Lean back. Inhale up tall. Big toes touching, hands down by your side. Stand up nice and tall. Feel the charge in the body. Feel the equanimity. Coming back to your center. Inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, dive in. Halfway lift, lengthen your heart away from your legs. Low plank position, hop or step, take yourself down. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, walk your dog around. Do it purposefully, not fidgetingly. I think I just made that word up, but I know you get it. Because we've all done it, right? We're in class and we're like, yay, we're so happy to be doing yoga and not really paying attention. I want you really paying attention to how you're opening up the back sides with your movements. So even if you want to make your movements like big and juicy and circular. Two more breaths. One more breath. Now shift your body weight forward, coming into plank. Stay on your toes, let your hips lower towards the earth, lift your heart. Shift your weight forward and back on your toes. Keep your breastplate pointing straight forward. Keep your shoulder blades pulled into your back as much as possible. If this is hard on your low back, place your knees down and just work on lifting your heart. And then press your hips back up, downward facing dog. Take your left foot forward in between your hands. Warrior 2 on the breath in. Open up through the side. Now I switched my angles, right? So just if that freaked you out, now I'm on the other side. Don't worry about it, you're still on the left leg. Deep breaths. 2. Charge up. 3. And 4. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Now on this side, before moving into our triangle pose, we're going to go ahead and take the right arm up by the ear. Bring the body up straight. Exhale, lean the body forward. Start to straighten your left leg kind of for this modified triangle. Now if this is too much for you, if you read the description and you were like, I thought this was gentle yoga, please put your hand down like me. But I want you to know, yoga can be gentle and powerful at the same time. We're being gentle with our hearts, with our spirits. Taking our time to move and ease through the poses. Now put a bend back into that knee, lift your upper body up. Inhale, lean on back. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lean on back. Exhale, take it forward. One more inhale, lean back. And then exhale, take it forward, pause. Take your left hand to the floor inside your foot. Reach your right arm and stretch it. Knit that bottom rib down and then open your heart up to the ceiling. Two more breaths. One more breath. Now bring your right hand down to the ground. Start to turn up onto your back toes. Put a nice bend into the front knee. Hold steady and pause here for just a moment. Squeeze your right leg more strongly. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Step your left leg back, three-legged downward facing dog. Bend your left knee, open your hip up. Now increase the angle as you turn your left ribs down. Increase the angle of how far the left knee is away from the right leg. Increase it, but keep pressing the left shoulder down more. Now straighten the left leg out. Turn your left hip down, flex hard through your left foot. Now you want to know a trick to do this without bending the knee is to pop up onto the left fingertips. So squeeze your left hip up, raise up on your right toes, try to keep your left leg straight, straight, straight as you step it in between the hands. Once it lands, the right heel hovers, but it is still pushing down, fold over your left thigh. Two, 3, and 4. Let's put a bend into the front knee, come into this nice deep lunge. Plant your right palm, take your left arm up over your ear. Big breath in. Exhale, bring the elbow down to the floor, left hand rests on top of right hand. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, tap and pause. As you come down, really push the elbow into the floor, squeeze the left knee as close as you can to the left shoulder. Mine's not touching. Don't think it has to be perfect. It's the effort that is the magic. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now lift the left arm up and lean back. Really go for a big, big opening, even if you have to come up out of the left hip a little bit. Now, set your left hand on the ground, step your left foot back to plank pose this time. Shift the weight forward, lazy up dog. Allow those hips to sag, thighs rest. Hips come down, arms stay strong. Pull your shoulder blades into your back body. Shimmy your hips side to side. Now, open your feet as wide as your mat at the back of the mat. Bend your elbows like chaturanga arms. Now, firm up your legs. Push yourself up and hold for 5. Whole body's floating. 4, effortlessly. 3, 2, press away on 1. Lift your hips. Now you're in this wide down dog. Nice wide down dog. Pigeon toe your feet so you get down the backs of the outsides of the legs. Tip your tail up even more. Press your chest towards your legs. Bend the knees, look forward. Hop your feet outside your pinkies. Sit your butt down. Coming into Malasana Yogi Squat. Palms come together, elbows pressed into the inner thighs. Fix your clothes, fix your hair. Where's my hair and makeup team? Deep breaths in and out. Now that you've been here for a moment, I really want you to work on straightening your spine as much as possible. So pull your belly in and lift your heart. Press your palms vigorously so the forearms are parallel to the mat. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place your hands on the ground. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Turn your feet in when you do that. Feet are wide, but let's just heel toe them in one footprint, so just a little bit closer. Bring your hands to your waist. Let your upper body just drape down. Fingers are on the front side, thumbs are on the back side. Hang out here for a second. Let your arms be heavy. Now draw your shoulders into your back body, point your elbows up. Start to peel your chest away from your legs. Hold halfway up. Grow longer through the top of the head. Feel the space through the top of the head as if you could pull yourself into that space. Press firmly down into your legs. Lift your body upright. Press your hips forward, lean back, open up the front of your hip pockets. And then rise up straight. Bring your feet to touch one another at the top of the mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath. Low plank position, hopping or stepping. Upward. Downward facing dog. Deep breaths in and out. 2, 3. We're going to 5, 4, and 5. Raise your right leg up, big breath in. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Set your right hip down for a little quick pigeon. The aim of this pigeon is not really the hip, even though we're getting there. So walk your left foot back. And what I want you to do is come onto your left elbow, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of that foot. Press the foot into the hand to give you some tension to open up your upper body. Look out past your right shoulder. Breathe. Right shoulder into the back of your heart. Smile. 2 more. 1 more. Now slowly release the left foot down. Bring your right hand on the ground. Bring your arms under your shoulders. Shift your weight forward a little bit. So come up under your left toes, firm up your left leg. Now before we lift off, what I want you to do is just pull yourself up off the ground slowly. So just draw that heel, your right heel and your right knee up into your chest. Pause and hold here for 5. 4, we're just holding ourselves up off the floor, no big deal. 3, charging up. 2, 1, extend it back behind you, long, big breath in. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands. Take your right hand a little forward of your right foot and out to the right. Left leg up for half moon balance. Left arm up. Your left palm faces the same direction the top of your head is facing. Pulling the top of your head into the space above it, pulling your left foot into the space below it. Firm your left foot, firm your left leg. Flex through the heel, push away. 1 more big breath in. And then as you exhale, make yourself into low plank, however you want to get there. If you want to do a little hoppy poo, you want to step back, you could always skip it and move into down dog instead. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Left leg up high. Left knee towards the left wrist. Right toes shimmy back. Ooh, that's good, isn't it? Okay, coming on to the right elbow. Bend the right knee. Reach back and catch hold. Press the foot into the hand to get tension on the upper back as you allow your left shoulder to be drawn into your upper back a bit more. 3 more breaths. One more. And then we'll slowly allow the foot to come down to the ground. Place your hands on the floor. Now once again, we're going to firm up through the upper arms. Okay? Firm up your right leg. Push into your lower half. Squeeze it away from the floor, and then lift your left heel towards your right hip and your left knee up for 5. 4, squeeze it up. 3, right leg strong. 2, and 1, extend it back behind you long. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Left hand goes to the top and outside of your left foot over to the left. Right leg goes up, right arm goes up. Right palm faces the same direction as the top of your head. Flex through your right heel. Push out and away. 2 more. Open up your chest. Expand in all directions. 1 more big breath in and out. And then find your way to low plank pose or skip it all. Meet us in down dog. Upward facing to downward facing. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now shift your weight forward. Keep your butt super high. So push your booty up to the ceiling. And then draw your tailbone down just so you can see what that feels like, that difference. And then push it up to the ceiling. And then draw your tailbone down and firm up your low belly. 2 more. Inhale, push it up. And then exhale, draw it down strongly. 1 more, push it up. And then exhale, draw it down. Now keep it drawn down. Keep your low belly to spine. Fire up your pelvic floor. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Press the earth away on 1. Set the knees down. Child's pose. Suction cupped hands so that your armpits get the juice. 3 more breaths. One more. Now sit your upper body up. This is a perfect time for a sip of whatever you're drinking. I'm gonna have my coffee. It's like my whoopee. It's my whoopee. Okay, raise up on your knees. Hands to the back waist, tuck your toes. Firm up your legs, press your hips forward. Take your right hand to your right heel. Lift your left arm up and stretch open. Press your hips forward. Press down through your right hand. Try to see if you can turn your right chest up. Firm up your legs, bring your upper body up. Left side, left hand, left heel. Right arm up. Turn your left chest up. One more big breath, firm your thighs. Squeeze your upper body up, right. Now allow your toenails to go flat. Set your hips down just for a moment. Palms are face up in your lap. Shut down your eyes. So now we want to start to focus on the center channel. We've been awakening lower half. We've built ourselves into the spaces surrounding us. We felt the extensions of our energy. Now we want to feel the source. Sushumna. So we're going for full camel pose. So I suggest getting something to put in between your knees, whether it's a block or a towel or, I don't know, your child. Put it in between your knees, lift your hips up, squeeze your inner thighs onto the block or onto the fixture. Can only imagine, I've got these crazy images going on. Okay, now squeeze your inner thighs, lift your breastplate up to the ceiling as high as you can go. And you might stay here, you might climb your hands down to your hamstrings, or you might actually reach them all the way back to the heels. If you do find your heels, press your hips up as you go back. Keep lifting your heart energetically. Stay there. Don't give up. Squeeze the block. Squeeze your butt. Press your shins down into the floor to bring your upper half up. Set your hips down. Close your eyes down. Feel all that goodness. Oh, it's so good. Deep breaths. One more. All right, being gentle with ourselves. Remove the block. Knees together. Open up your feet. Try to see if you can move your calves out of the way and set your bottom down in between your feet. If it finds the ground cool, if it doesn't, sit on whatever you found to squeeze, or you can just stick a pillow under there, whatever. Hands in the lap. Pause here. Hands to the floor, fingertips face the floor. Our fingertips face the feet. You know when you say crazy stuff, you don't even realize you said it? Like yoga teachers, it's like our curse. It makes you wonder how many interactions in life you either heard or spoke incorrectly and didn't even realize. Some misunderstandings happen, right? Here we go. Bend the elbows. See if you can bring your one elbow down. Maybe the other elbow down. Slowly start to bring your body back upright, one arm at a time. Now to come out of this, you literally just crawl forward as if you're learning to crawl. And then once you get the hands on the ground, push your feet back, take a calf stretch one at a time. So extend one leg, push into the ball mound of the foot. Set that knee down, and then extend the other leg, push into the ball mound of the foot. Now come onto hands and knees. We're taking thread the needle pose from here. Left arm reaches up, stretches open. Left arm comes under the body, setting the ear on the floor, hand near the face. Now if you wanted to do some fancy stuff, what you could do is take your right arm over your ear, and as you're taking it over your ear, you're using that palm to leverage your chest over to the right more. You could take your right leg out so that it's even with your left hand. These are just add-ons, not necessary. Then if you felt like it, you could take your right arm behind you and thread it into the left upper thigh. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then reach your right arm up. Bring your right hand down to the ground. Keep your body the way it is. If you don't have your right leg extended to the right, go ahead and do it now. Okay, so just pick your right foot up, extend it to the right. Now we're coming into wild child. So your left heel will kind of kickstand towards your center line so that you can push yourself back. You might have to zhuzh yourself around to be able to get this to happen. And then let your upper body drop down. It's a beautiful day here after probably 24 hours of torrential downpour. This is a wonderful opportunity to get outside and play today if you're in the Dallas area. There's something about spending time in nature that is like that missing puzzle piece for us to bring us back to our center, back and bring things back into perspective. So after your obstruction removing flow, so that our energy is all charged up, maybe go take a walk, see what happens. Maybe meet up with a friend and take a walk. All right, let's bring our upper body back up. Now you kind of ease out of this one, so bend that right knee, ease yourself forward. Bring the right knee under the body. Move your hips around in a circle. Think of like practicing Shakira's moves. And then move them in the other way. Full circles in your pelvis, like make those suckers, the butt bones, do a dance all around the room. Lift the heart, cow pose, drop the belly. Curl, cat pose. Lift the heart, curl it in. Then let's take the other side, right arm up. Right arm underneath, lay on the right ear, right shoulder. You could stay just like this, or you could extend your left arm overhead. You could stay just like this, or you could extend your left foot towards your right hand. And then maybe the, left hand comes and grabs right upper thigh. Make sure your pants are still on, yes. So I have to say, I love the pants, these prints, but they do not stay on your high knee, if you have a high knee. Now we'll slowly come up out of this, put a slight bend into that left knee to help you come up. Left hand on the floor. Now if you didn't extend your leg, now is the time to do so. Take your right heel towards the center line a bit more. Drop back for a wild child. Soften your upper back. Now, I know that like getting your right knee to bend this much and your right ankle flat might be half the battle for a lot of us. But that's a crucial area of your body to have flexibility in. So please make sure that you are taking care to stay with what might be uncomfortable, but is desperately needed. The truth is like that, yeah? If we stay and not run away from things on our mat or during self-care, it doesn't necessarily have to be yoga. It can be anything that we do that makes the body have something that is challenging or difficult. And when we have the mindset of not powering through and just, growling through it, but easing and reflecting and committing, those same qualities will be present in our interactions. You don't believe me? Try it. See? All right, now we're going to ease out of this. Bring your left knee, bend it a little bit so that you have some leverage to push into the left foot. Bring your upper body back up, left knee underneath. And then again, move your lower half, draw circles in the air with the butt bones. Draw them in the opposite direction. Drop the belly, lift the heart. Draw the tailbone in deep. Cross the ankles, roll over the feet, come onto your butts, extend your legs out. Ooh, hang on a second, don't extend your legs out. Stay there for just a second. Rock your sits bones to the middle of your mat. Hold on to your shins and lift your heart a lot. And then just pull your heels up off the floor to balance. It's gonna set the pelvis for a second. Grab the bottoms of your feet. Now you could stay here, balancing on your booty bones, or if you wanted to start to extend your legs out, you could take it to one more degree of lengthening through the back body. Heart stays lifted, so no rounded spines. Bend the knees, set the feet back together, and then down onto the floor. Now plant your feet on the ground, roll yourself all the way down to the floor. Let's take a moment in Supta Baddha, so soles of feet together, knees open. Take your hands and just guide your thigh tissue down and away from your hip points. So just like push that stuff away. And then settle your hands on the floor, palms face out, big breaths in and out. Hands to the outsides of the legs, draw the knees up and together. Walk your feet hip distance, cross your left leg over your right, and then let your legs fall to the right. Left arm goes to the left, head turns to the left. And then bring your knees up to the middle. Take your left leg extended up. Take it out to the left. Bring it up. Bend it. Set it down. Right leg up. Cross it over. Big breath in. Exhale, legs to the left. Right arm to the right. Gaze to the right. Huge breaths in and out. So we're entering the cooling phase. And I will preface this with, we're about to do a pranayama practice, a breathwork practice. And then I'm gonna let you guys just rest however long you want to. So we'll do the breath work and then I'll end the video. So stay for this next piece, and then when it's time for final rest, you have the freedom to lie there as long as you like. And I want you to really take advantage of it, because you'll be in a good place today to like really slip in kind of deep after this breath work. Take your right leg up, take it out to the right, bring it back in. Set the foot down, hug the knees into the chest, rock yourself up to a seat. Make yourself comfortable. So if you have something to sit on, then sit on it. I'm gonna sit on a little blocky poo here. Just right under my booty bones. My dog has gotten so good at not at going in her kennel. She's in there and the door's not even closed, poor thing. She's so neglected. All right, so like I said, this is what's gonna go down. We're gonna do this breathwork practice. Then you're gonna lie down and take Shavasana for as long as you would like, or possibly you might just wanna stay sitting up and meditate, okay? Your body will be primed and ready. So I will say namaste, turn the video off, but I really invite you to explore yourself, right? Get to know yourself, your habits, your patterns. Get to know the richness of how much you can surrender. Close down your eyes. Take your left hand and place it on your left thigh or knee. Just palm face down is fine. Take your right hand, fold your index finger in and your middle finger in. With your right thumb, close off your left nostril. Inhale through, sorry, I got my right and lefts mixed up. Right thumb, close off your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale through your left. Exhale through your left. Now with your ring finger of your right hand, close off your left nostril. Release your right thumb. Inhale through your right. Exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Hold the air in. Close off your right nostril. Exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Close off your left nostril. Exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Close off right, pausing. Both are closed, and then exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Close off left, exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Close off right, pause. Exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Close off left, pause. Exhale through your right. Inhale right.
It's 9 o'clock.
Close off right, exhale left. Close off left, inhale right. Pause at the top. Now allow your right hand to come to your right knee. Either stay here or find your way into final resting position. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.